So yeah, y'all had just ended combat, and as you know, Colin was describing, this was all like a big trek to, I mean, in the Underdark to this Yuan-Ti pyramid to find out the source of these poisons in the last battle. Well, actually, at the start of the session last time, you were just going on downstairs under the basement of Rosalind's house, and then y'all followed down a slope with some off, shooting passages down to the bottom that led to a large underground lake situated in the Underdark. Yeah.
Sorry, James. Real quick. Are our spell slots back at full?
No.
Or are they? Okay.
You only get, unless you're a warlock or a sorcerer, you only get your spell slots back after the end of a long rest.
Okay. We didn't take a short rest because we literally just ended.
Yeah, this is
the session. With
legitimately
combat.
just ending, and I think in the future sessions I'll kind of make these fights a little bit less intense, but more spread out, because I think too many lulls without combats usually lead to kind of a boring experience, especially people really want to try something out, or try out them doing different stuff. We'll go ahead and do that, see what works, see what doesn't.
Okay.
And they're gonna be less intense because with this last fight, Rosalind did almost die, and I think Roland also as well almost died.
I kept getting targeted. Yeah.
It was just, random roll. It's just out of the dice kind of fair. But after y'all had reached the bottom of the lake, you pieced together some old crates and some barrels to form a makeshift raft leading to the middle of this underground lake, which turned out, based on the glow of, or following the glow of this blue light at the end of the misty, foggy underground lake setting, you'd found a large stone temple. At the top of this stone temple, after checking for traps, not really understanding that you were at the top of the temple about 3 times over, you had found a set of 4 braziers and a lever and a inscription of a puzzle, an entrance puzzle. After successfully doing the puzzle after no time at all, the back of the wall slid down, and you made your way inside of the temple. Inside the temple, you found traces of these vegetables that you had found in those crates. Obviously, the same ones that were located above ground.
We had to fight off vegetables too.
Well, yeah. You checked the vegetables, and you. I was gonna say you found the bodies of some obviously poisoned, diseased Yuan-Ti in the various rooms that you were traveling down. When you made your way to a large underground chamber, 2 Yuan-Ti zombies sprouted up off the ground, and you fought them off, barely avoiding some death blows, and Rosalind almost dying as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we saved her with the booth, the pipe.
So you are now underground. You're in this underground chamber. You look around you. You're beaten, bloodied. But if you guys want to do a real quick, I would say survival check.
Okay.
James, real quick, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Also, I'm looking at my spell list for level 1, and I'm seeing purify food and drink.
Yeah.
Am I able to apply that to any of the poisoned vegetables?
Well, remember you tried that
earlier.
Yeah, you remember you tried that.
At least for the crop.
Yeah.
And they got rid of poison.
Got it.
Because purify food and drink, cures poisons and mold and stuff like that. I would say this was more close to a disease,
like a curse or something.
If you want to make an Arcana check, you can try and determine that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll save it for later. I'm not too concerned on that.
Okay.
I want to do my survival roll in the meantime for whatever we need that for.
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck yeah, we're starting the session strong. Nat 1, baby.
All right, all
All
right.
right.
Yeah.
Darn,
Also,
you're
last
getting
session, I think Roland rolled above a 10, maybe like 4 times in total.
Yeah, yeah,
Dude,
your rolls
I'm
were
cursed.
rough.
Honestly, again, I like to think I don't mind getting all of these ones in like just meaningless rolls, because if that can guarantee that like my rolls are better during combat, then I'll take it every time.
So,
You gotta spend some
with
endurance.
with the nat 1, and was that another nat 1? No, it was a
No,
3.
that was like a
No,
I
I
got
got a
a
3.
I got
Yeah,
a
2 and a
6
3.
16.
With those, you guys are kind of like hacking and wheezing, so you're not able to kind of like make an assumption about the general area. And uh, Kythos, with your ability to kind of like suss out security of an area, you kind of make the assumption that given the location and kind of like the inconsistency of these Yuan-Ti zombies and bodies, you'd be safe to say that it's probably safe to take a little bit of a short rest in this chamber, as of right now.
I also have I have under my senses category. I have dark vision for
Yes.
60 feet. I don't know how dark it is in this area,
It's
but
it's extremely like, if anything, the brightest you're gonna get is dim light next to one of the little clusters of bioluminescent mushrooms.
okay.
But
With
what
that being
so
oh,
flavor
go ahead.
wise and kind of like, rules as written wise, dark vision is kind of like seeing with dog vision in the dark. You don't get like super detailed, super colorful images back. You kind of get like a dulled gray, black and gray viewpoint, so you can't really make out like fine details, but it's enough to see.
To help the party see in this area, I have a cantrip called Light,
Mm-hmm.
and I would like to use one of the. I know we were using like broken wooden barrel fragments to like make a makeshift boat. I would like to, because the spell says you touch one object that is not larger than 10 feet in any dimension.
Mm-hmm.
I assume the planks are smaller than 10 feet long.
Right.
I kind of want to make a makeshift torch for everybody to have in the party based on these wood planks, so that the darkness is not an issue.
Okay.
Whether that leads to roll with advantage going forward in terms of those kinds of things, I don't know. I'll leave that to you.
Well,
But
you
yeah.
wouldn't know this, but I mean, I'll just let you know that both Roland and Pyrite being dwarves, and I think one of you is a mountain dwarf, you have improved eyesight, dark vision, so they actually can see better than you can in
Okay.
darkness.
Lamau.
But
on him.
I will say, like, using a light would probably enhance your perception of certain things, so it might make some things and finding some things a little bit clearer.
Okay.
So it's not
roll
like
light.
it's an unnecessary thing, like fully, but
Yeah,
there
the
are
goal
some
is
uses
just,
to it.
yeah, I was just gonna say, if there's any way that I can get advantage roll on anything going forward by making this makeshift torch lit up, I don't know if that's possible.
I
or
will
not.
say it's fine. I won't impose any disadvantages on it, and we'll use it kind of like thematically down the line.
Okay. All right. So I'll go ahead with that.
So, yeah.
There's no like roll or anything I do with that.
Nah,
It's just
it's
an
a
at-will,
fully free.
right?
Yeah, it's fully
Yeah.
free. So when you pick up this piece of wood and you light it with a glowing little spectral thing, spectral bulb, Rosaline does something similar. She has like a little cap with like a flashlight on the side, because she uses it to inspect very closely when she's working on a workshop or a small little invention. She taps the top of it, imbues it with a little arcane magic, and it comes to light as well, sort of like as a headlamp.
Mm-hmm. The duration on this is 1 hour,
Yeah.
so I'm just gonna tell everybody that we got 1 hour, and then I guess I can recast it if it's at will. I'll just like put in the batteries again.
Yeah, so yeah, cantrips, you can use it just like that. A lot of them are situational, some of them do damage, but they're just something that makes like life a little bit more easy in certain cases, or just a little bit more flavorful in other cases. Yeah. Just maybe there's a minor application for it that you can suss out while role playing that will give you some sort of extra boost.
Okay. With that being said, I'm going to recommend that while we have these lights on, we should take a short rest, and we'll get a good 60 to however far the foot distance is for the dwarves in terms of dark vision, along with the lights, just so we got a good perimeter of the area.
Right.
My man turned on the lights and then suggested we go to sleep.
I could
it's
dim
dark
the
and
lights if you
scary
want.
in here. Mama's trying to keep the
I
dark shadows
do
away.
appreciate a night light.
Yeah.
If you want
Pyrite
dim
kind of
it.
snuggles up to it and like starts drooling.
I'm an edgelord. I try to stay in the shadows.
You get back in the light.
Rolon like puts his hood up and like steps back, like he's like
wait,
far away
yeah.
from the. He's like the loner kid at the lunchroom who kind of sits in the back, like close to the walls, and looks over at everybody.
He's Puss in Boots at the bar.
Yeah, I know a guy, but he don't like to be disturbed.
Anyways, short rest.
So yeah. I'll also one other thing I'll mention is just I'll encourage y'all to take more short rests since I'm going to be doing these combats a little bit more spread out.
Like
because,
you said, short rests don't heal spells.
Yeah, short rests unless
just
you're a
health.
warlock. Yeah, unless you're a warlock, does not heal spells now.
Okay.
Just health. So we just click the short rest button. All of us.
Yes. It'll ask you how many hit dice you're expending. You get, I think, 1 plus. There's certain numbers that you get at certain level milestones, and you can expend however many to like restore your abilities and health.
And so these dice, like if I use 2 right now, I only get 1 for the next short rest before we then take a long rest.
Yes, but remember that the boof amount is more. It's kind of like extra short rests, but in a like a mobile, more like utility based sort.
Yeah, because I think I have 1 charge, but I know what's her name that's traveling with us used 1.
Mhm.
I don't know if anybody else did from the last session.
Yeah, does the boof recharge per short rest or per long rest?
I think the boof recharges on a long rest. But
Oh, okay.
look,
Alright.
I put it in the notes, so Roland technically still has it.
Did it heal me? Did D&D Beyond so jank sometimes? Like, I clicked the short rest button, and it didn't actually heal me at all. Like, it just said
James, if we have full health already, does it make sense to click on one of those 3 hit dice squares?
No, if you didn't take any hits last round,
Okay.
yeah, just keep your hit dice saving for later.
Okay.
But so while you're doing a short rest, I'll kind of allow y'all just roleplay wise to kind of like get a bearing across the room. If you want to check anything in particular or look for something in particular, just kind of describe what you're doing. So I'll go from how I see y'all in the lineup. So first is going to be Roland. Roland, what are you doing like within this kind of 14 minutes or 15 minutes of contemplation, recollection, and short resting?
Currently, actually, I'm but out of RP, like I can't seem to get like the dice to give me like a health amount when healing. So is it okay if I just roll like 2d8 plus 3 just to everybody so I can see what my healing is?
Sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that first, then I'll answer your question. So how does that work? 2d8 plus 3, 7, 6. So I heal 13.
Yeah.
believe.
All right. Yeah. Add that to your health mount.
Gotcha. I needed to get that taken care of. So I only got 1 hit die now. I'd say if anything in the area we're in now, I want to loot the bodies of if they're reachable and accessible. I want to loot the bodies of the things we just killed, and then continue looking around the room and maybe being a bit more cautious with like any sort of possibly undead people.
Okay.
That gets rolled back to life.
So, from what I would say, you loot. You go up to one of the dead bodies. I'd say the one that kind of fucked you up the most. Like you're feeling kind of sour about it. So you go over and start, seeing what this piece of shit had on him before it died. Roland, you find a short sword, a dagger, and 1 short bow, as well as give me a investigation check.
All right. Not bad. 19.
19.
Just a
All
straight
right.
19.
So while you're going through this, first Yuan-Ti's body, you kind of come across their something that they're wearing on their ring, because typically whenever you're stripping someone down of their valuables, you go for their rings as well. You're noticing their fingers. He has a small little silver band that's kind of shaped like a snake with a head rearing up, and its mouth is open as if anticipating a jewel to be put inside.
Interesting. Would I have any recollection of like the jewelry's design, or if it pertains any at all of the dungeon crawling we're doing right now?
I would say not. How I'm treating the Yuan-Ti and kind of like the setting that you're in, it's kind of like exploring like a Aztec temple for the first time. Not many people have like interactions with these folks. They've been kind of reclusive. And here, let me post something real quick. I'm gonna post a reference photo if I can get
sweet. It. Yeah, because then I guess the next question would be: does it look like it's valuable, given it's from a snake person, the Sneeple from ancient civilization?
So to get like a full idea of how much it would cost, I would say you'd have to take that to someone to get it appraised. But you could probably tell that it could get, around 5 gold. The workmanship is, it's like nickel, maybe plated nickel, so it'd be, it's fine craftsmanship, but you'd have to get it fully appraised to get any sort of like actual price about it.
And I'm as I'm asking you questions, I'm imagining this is like me intuiting like my thoughts in my head as I'm like going through the jewelry. Would I be able to just, upon picking it up, recognize if it has any like bearings or marks of like a curse or anything fucky wucky on it?
Give an Arcana check, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so that I make sure I don't put it in my pocket and then fuck myself over later.
Yeah, give it an
Well, I
Arcana
rolled a
check.
4, so.
So you've dealt with magical items before. You've stolen one. You've felt the hum of the ivory pipe when you use it. So you're kind of used to it, and you're unsure if you feel it in this one or not. But like the vibes that it's giving off is definitely like strange.
I'm pocketing it anyways.
Okay.
We'll see what happens. So, yoinking that shit.
All right. Anything else you want to do?
Other bodies? Question mark. Like I'm literally looting after the battle.
Is anyone else gonna want to
everything.
like join in on Wranglin doing this looting?
I will. Oh, go ahead, Andrew.
I was gonna say I am curious as to if these Yuan-Ti are becoming undead, like because they ate the food. So I would want not so much to loot, but to examine the body and, if possible, like compare it to the produce and see, is this the same process that happened? Like, are we looking at the case of the whole town could be turning into zombies because they ate this? Yeah, so I want to examine the body and compare it to the produce.
Okay. Give me a medicine check. Give me a medicine check or a nature check, whichever one you're trying to like. Because what I'm intuiting is like you want to check if like any of the poisons from this, from these vegetables are present in the Yuan-Ti, and or you're trying to like see if these vegetables have like same sort of markings as like disease carried by this other one. So you're trying to intuit either disease or like compounds.
Pyrite, before you roll,
Yeah.
I was going to say I have +5 on medicine if you would like me to do the autopsy report.
Don't you also, can you use,
Yeah,
do you have to
'cause
turn off the light to do guidance?
So yes, but let me check. I don't know if he has guidance.
I
He
do.
does.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure he does. He's used it before.
So
guidance at this
light
time?
is not concentration. Light is just an hour.
Hey,
You can
there
still
you go.
cast guidance whenever you want.
Helping you all out.
So I guess
Use it.
in character, I want to express guys, I'm a bit worried that we're all going to become zombies since we ate that poison fruit earlier. So, we need to check if the poison is the same thing that's making these Yuan-Ti become zombies, or if we're dealing with two separate curses here.
I feel like strongly if Pyrite was in high school, he would have been like really obsessed with like Left 4 Dead and like prepping for zombie apocalypses. I feel
Yeah.
like this is like
There's a
exact-
hunger.
this is
Having
like
a
this.
shelf.
So it's like his old fears are coming back to him.
Having a shelf.
Exactly.
Pyrite.
Yeah, I have.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Back in my mom's basement, I've actually turned it into a bunker for the apocalypse, but obviously that doesn't apply here. So,
Pyrite, if you're interested, I can cast Guidance, which is a cantrip. As long as you're willing, you can roll a d4, add the number rolled to your ability check, if it's medicine or nature that you choose, and then the spell completes.
all right. Yeah, let's do that. So I roll a d4.
And then add that to the medicine or nature.
All right, great. 4. And then
Nice.
my highest is nature, so I'm going to roll a nature check.
Oh.
Okay, 10.
I get, so altogether I get 10 in trying to check and
Okay.
intuit, like comparing the causes of the poison and the undead.
You can see since like okay, out of game, like I treat tens as kind of like you're not confused by this, but you don't have like any sort of like specialty in it. So it'd be like, you know what a sunflower looks like when you're looking at a sunflower, and you can intuit it's a sunflower, but you don't know like how it grows or how it looks as a seedling and stuff like. So it's like your lack of understanding is not, detrimental, but it's doesn't get you anywhere. So with a 10, I would say with this magical little boost of Kythos kind of giving you a little bit of Adderall to think about this a little bit closer.
It's called Guidance. It's not anything. It's performance enhancing.
Yeah, man, you got
Right.
any more of that guidance? I could really use a fix right now.
Pyrite, after getting this juice, he's like, "Oh man, I've been needing just a little more.
It's
a little
magic. I swear, it's
Magic.
Don't cut me out now.
Kythos quickly
Come on,
stashes
man, we're
away a little
friends.
bottle.
Oh.
But with a 10, you see that the carrots, they're both not looking great. They're both not alive. So you can't really make too much out of it.
Mhm.
When would carrots
And-
ever be alive?
I guess one other thing is I know before I had my mole like crawl into the ground and it could feel the magic and like have its energy be drained. Would I be able to like have my mole sort of also be around the body and see if it's the same sort of energy draining aspect to it?
Yeah, you can certainly try. So your mole like has been kind of in your pack for a little bit. It's been dematerialized for a bit, kind of like floating, getting stored in the bracelet, the companion's band that you have that you're wearing right now. So as you summon it, as you kind of like utilize it, it comes out as the last known shape it was in, a mole. It sticks its nose up between its paws, like you see its nose like jiggle up and down. But it's kind of freaking out. It's kind of in that same sort of position it was in when it was digging around beneath the fields.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you gonna do?
All right. So I'm going to look at it and be like, I'm really sorry about this, buddy, but I need you to inspect this Sneeple and just put it next to the body that I'm inspecting.
So the
Yeah,
mole.
well, how are you feeling? Are you feeling any more sick?
Making noise.
It shrugs. It's like looking down at the ground and kind of like covering up its nose with its paws. So you can kind of intuit it's not having a good time because you kind of sense things through this animal because it's acting as like you're familiar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Would I be able to tell if it gets like significantly worse or better the closer it gets to the body?
Since it's not like a real animal, it's like a spirit thing. You're not gonna get the same kind of physical effects. But,
I see. Okay.
If you make an Arcana check as you kind of like send this mole to go like walk around and dig around near where you found these snake people. I'll have you do
I got
an
a
Arcana
6.
check. So,
these rolls.
I mean, yeah, you have to roll the d4 as well.
Okay.
You still have guidance on you. It lasts for a minute.
Hurry, you got 10
All
It's
right.
8. All right. Yeah. Well, you can see that the mole is just unhappy, but maybe it's just scared because it's down in a big dark tomb, and it's you got smacked up in that last fight. Just heard snakes hiss, and moles do not have a good deal with snakes, so it's probably not the best environment for it.
All right. I just announced to the group, I'm like, I don't know if this is all just one cause, but we better solve this quick. I don't want to end up as a zombie.
I agree. I say from the background while still looting and half listening.
All right. So yeah, Roland, we'll continue with your looting. Going through the pockets of this last UNT, you find some similar stuff. You find like almost identical gear. No silver, no gold, no nothing like that. It's, if anything, like its clothes, it might have fallen away, or they just don't carry it on their persons.
Gotcha. Should I announce to the team, like, hey, I will, like, hey, I found some of their rifle. What is it? I found a short sword, short bow, and all of that. Y'all need any extra weapons, or no?
I'm good, thanks.
I mean, it's literally the weapons they were fighting us with, so.
Yeah, you see the one that you picked up the first time has like a lot of dwarf blood on it.
Out of rage, I'm gonna throw it into the water so nobody can stab me with it anymore.
All right, deduct that from your inventory.
Yeah, like not my own, but like their
Their old one, yeah. The dwarf
their
blood
old weapons.
Yeah, the dwarf blood sword.
I guess I should have
It's
offered
actually,
it.
yeah,
to
that's actually a
what's her
sword of dwarf killing. It's a
Yeah.
magical weapon.
name. I'm disarming them. I'm
Okay.
disarming the dead.
Okay. So you take your stuff, find the ring. So, and I'm guessing you're getting back to kind of collecting yourself before heading back out.
And it's just the ring on the one of the UNT, not
Yes.
both of them.
Not both.
Okay.
Out of intelligence, just because I overheard them saying we might turn into zombies, I'm gonna show them the ring because like it's already a lot of effort to try to get some money back from it. So I'd rather be able to do that not zombified versus normal. So I want to present it to Kythos and Pyrite. Be like, hey, can we do or Magic Boys? Can we do a medical examination on this? See if it's got any cursed juices on it. Or, like, hold it
Rosaline's
up
gonna
to
kind
them.
of pipe up, and she'll be like, "I can take a look at it. I've seen my fair share of magical items before." I am. She pushes up her glasses a little bit. And Artificer, by the way.
All right, well, you take
I
a
would
crack
defer
at
to-
it.
Yeah, I would defer to Rosaline on this.
Okay,
one.
smart guy, you try it.
Rosaline had
Yeah,
just
I
put
will
down.
give her the ring.
Rosaline had just put down a Sudoku puzzle, and she had already solved it.
Okay, I'll give her the ring. Let's see how well she rolls, huh?
All
five,
right.
five,
So
improving.
she has.
Rosalie, I keep forgetting her name. In character as well, I keep forgetting her name. She's just like random.
Who are you
farmhand.
again?
Yeah.
I've been
Roland,
traveling
yeah.
down here. I forgot. your
Roland blinks really, really heavily and forgets that they're traveling with someone else. Here we are.
If she rolls a nat one, I'm done. I'm giving it to the boys. If that happens.
Let's see. It's going to be an int check. She has +3 to it.
She rolls a nat
That
one
is
and
a
kills her.
17 in total.
Oh,
That's not bad.
nerdy.
Perfect.
So she takes a gander at it. She flips like one of the eyeglasses down on her helmet, and flips it down a couple times to kind of zoom in. She takes the ring, rotates it around. She hands it back to you, Erlon, and says, actually, technically, this isn't magical, but it does look like a carrier for maybe a potentially magical item."
Interesting. All that tells me is I'm gonna put it in my pocket, but instead I'm gonna wrap it in like a almost cloth pouch. Like imagine like what you store coin in.
Yeah.
Like I'm just gonna keep it separated by like another layer,
Yeah,
so
so-
I don't touch it directly.
Yeah, I could say that you rip off like some tattered cloth from the UNT that you just killed, and like you wrap a little like bit of, and you wrap it around itself. So like
Yeah.
you just make a little pouch, and then you wrap it and knot it.
Yeah, but I'm still holding on to it.
Right.
I'm settled on that since she
Okay.
doesn't seem too alarmed about it.
Yeah, she gives you the thumbs up. She's like, yep, nope. Probably, I mean, the only thing that could probably hurt you on that thing is that snake's little teeth. Might give you a little pinch in your pocket.
Perfect.
You do
What does that
understand if
mean?
he turns into a
What do you
zombie,
mean by
he's gonna
that?
eat you first.
I'm saying, like, I'm gonna keep it, so I put it in my pocket, and I don't say anything more.
She's kind of side-eyes you a little bit and goes back to solving more Sudoku puzzles. You give her the double finger while she walks away.
I do it, like, nonchalantly, so, like, I'm walking away, and I'm just like...
I want to lean over to the Sudoku puzzle and say the 3 goes there, and I want it to be wrong.
Roll an int check. Roll an int check. I feel like this is something that he would do, but like if you're accidentally right, it's gonna be funny.
Fucking funny. Here we go. Here we go. Waiting for the roll.
I'm actually good at Sudoku.
Nope,
never mind,
You know it's completely wrong. It's completely dead wrong. Like you pointed at the very top where the page is, and it says 3.
Brilliant.
I want it to be like there's already a 3 in the box. Like it's one of the printed numbers.
It's on the side.
Yeah, it's like Sudoku 2023 collection, and Andrew Pirate's like, yeah,
The year 2023 in Halo. Yeah.
Fucking geniuses.
But all right. Now Rosalind kind of like looks up at you, Pyrite, like almost drooling over the Sudoku book. And she's like, "Thanks, I appreciate the help." She kind of like shuffles over a little bit to try and get out from under your gaze.
Brilliant.
Kaithos, what are you doing, man?
I'm sending a GIF in the chat that describes the drawing. Hang on. Okay, I feel like this is gonna be like the cantrip session for me because I'm getting enthralled in my cantrips lately.
So
Like,
I would say
cantrips are-
before, yeah, but if you're gonna
Cantrips
start
are-
doing it, let me give you a little thing. Make
Okay.
a perception check with advantage now that you're seeing these Yuan-Ti bodies in the light.
Okay. 1 plus 3 is 4,
So not one.
and 1 plus 3 is 4.
You've rolled
No way.
2 nat ones.
No
I rolled
way.
2 nat 1.
No fucking way. Oh my
So
God. Whatever.
Kaithos
Kaithos
is also looking at the Sudoku puzzle. he's heavily contemplating. He's heavily contemplating the application of the number
Yeah.
3 in the box.
Pirate, I think you're right. The 2023 does have a 3 in it.
That doesn't equal Sudoku. And at this point, Rosalind's kind of like blocked on both sides by Pyrite and Kaithos.
You do have Sudoku. Can I roll to see what's so intriguing about this fucking Sudoku page?
Roll a perception to see if you can kind of like oversee what they're doing.
Can I read a single page of a Dr. Seuss book?
See it. Look at.
Yeah, 2130.
No,
Oh
you see,
my
it's a
God.
completely normal Sudoku page that's like having a
Sudoku.
that the Kaithos and Pyrite are both like poking at and prodding at. So like the ink is getting smudged. Rosalind's like she's almost crying. She's like,
I don't even care about that. I'm just trying to understand what they can't understand about this.
Rosalina, it looks like your team
Mention
are
it to
washing
them.
out the ink on the page. I don't know what's going on.
No. It's just
Like, I don't-
the ink is very expensive. When I put it in my quill, it gets kind of smudgy, and I need time for it to dry.
No, yeah, of course.
I'm not clarifying anything. I'm literally just looking at the page. I intuit perfectly, and then I just walk away. Like I don't even want to clarify for them.
These dumbasses.
Yeah, literally. Like Napoleon Dynamite skit.
So yeah, so that's how the short rest goes. But wait, Kaithos, you're planning on doing something else, right?
Okay, yeah. So I'm looking at my cantrips here. Thaumaturgy is one that's interesting to me because it has a lot of different effects that you can work with from there. The one where it's like, so there's many. I'll just read them out loud. So Andrew and Colin can hear. Your voice booms up to 3 times as loud as normal for 1 minute, or you cause flames to flicker, brighten, dim, or change color for 1 minute, or you cause harmless tremors in the ground for 1 minute, or you create an instantaneous sound that originates from a point of your choice within 30 feet, such as a rumble of thunder, the cry of a raven, or ominous whispers, which I think could be really helpful for sneaking around sometime, and then we need to distract people, like move them somewhere else. You instantaneously cause an unlocked door or window to fly open or slam shut, and then lastly, you alter the appearance of your eyes for 1 minute. The one I was interested in, and I think Wranglin may be opposed to this because we're all about being sneaky and not the art of stealth. I wanted to do the your voice booms up to 3 times as loud as normal for 1 minute, and just yell as effing loud as I possibly could, and see if there's anyone else in this cavern that we could just bum rush and take out.
All right.
Okay. Do you
Because
like...
if there are any Uanti stragglers, I don't want to be at a disadvantage. I don't want to get like sneaked upon.
Okay, I would say that like if you plan on doing this, you'll make like an intimidation check maybe, but if you fail, it could be bad.
Okay, I'll do it. I got +2 on
Do
intimidation.
you announce to the group that you're doing this?
Yeah. Do we know this is about to happen?
No. I want to make it.
No.
I want to make
No. It just like it's kind of those. He's like rubbing his fingers up on his voice box like he's Tom Kenny doing the SpongeBob laugh.
Oh boy.
Me.
So we go from like not being able to understand Sudoku, and I'm just like walking back, and I'm like not ready for the massive fucking scream that's about to happen. Oh boy, please do not roll like a 1. Oh dear God.
I rolled 2 1s earlier. I have to have some.
Yeah, he's washed him out. He's washed him out of these digital
I
dice.
washed him out. Okay, I got 7.
You got 7. What's your intimidation
Oh,
bonus?
it's a total is a 7.
The 5 + 2 is 7.
Oh God.
So
that's good enough.
You make your voice boom, and your shrieks that come out like
Your mic didn't even pick that up.
it goes. It's like a very large turtle coming on YouTube. And
I like panic. Like,
so
what
I would
was
say if you haven't gotten the effects of this short rest, go ahead and take the effects of this short rest.
that? Oh,
Okay.
no. You've started
What
another
the fuck was
combat.
that? Why did you do that?
I was
Why
looking
did you do
for
that?
stragglers. I was trying to get them to come over.
Why do you want more zombies?
Let me
I'm
roll.
trying to clear the
The
area.
number 1 rule in zombie survival is you
All right.
don't want more zombies.
Somebody, okay. I'm gonna say that there's a way to get out of this encounter. Somebody roll me a luck check. I'm going to say that 16 through 20, they get lost on the way here because it's a big echoey kind of temple, and they're unable to intuit where it came from.
Is a luck check is just a D20?
Just a d20.
All right.
All right, I'll roll it.
Yeah, I was gonna say you should do it since your rolls haven't been shit yet, so you can get the nat 1.
11.
All right,
That's
so
still a good roll,
I'm
just not
going.
good
I'm
enough.
going to roll a d4. That's going to be how many of these zombies. I'm going to let you know now. They're not going to be as hard as these other zombies. They're going to be kind of shrimps. Okay.
There's gonna be 4 of them. I mean, more loot, I guess.
There are
but-
4 of them. So these Yuan-Ti, they're noticeably smaller than the ones that you just fought, but 4 Yuan-Ti little green, sickly kind of snake people. They all roll up and they go like,
Why did you scream?
Why did you do that?
and they all ready their bows and prepare to fire. Everyone, give me initiatives.
What the fuck were you thinking?
We're taking them out.
Wow, great initiative roll. A 5.
What the fuck is my 10?
1 + 2 is 3.
Oh, that's a nat
I'm glad we're going back to puzzle solving. 1 + 2 is 3.
I
Hold
challenge.
Hold up.
I don't think I've ever
Floyd
had that many
Mayweather.
ones before.
1 + 2 is 3. Wait, so Pirate, was that your initiative roll?
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
You
Yeah, I have a
what?
+0 for initiative.
You have +0.
I should've-
Okay.
Sorry, I forgot about that. So it'd just be 13.
13, 3. I'm gonna make all of the Yuan-Ti go on the same turn, but they get a +2 to initiative.
Mhm.
They get an 18. And Rosaline is... Oh, wait, hold up. Don't know why I clicked that. Rosaline is going to make her initiative check. She also gets +2. So Kythos gets 3, Pyrite gets 13, and Roland gets a 5. And Rosalind gets a...
Damn, you got a 5, Colin?
She gets a 14.
Yes.
So as of right now, it's going to be the Yuan T, then Rosaline, then Pyrite, then Roland. It's just a confusing setup in my head right now. And then Kythos. Kythos, you are dead fucking last. Sorry, brother.
That's okay. I'll bring up 3.
All right. So first, the UNT, they slither up. They're expecting a fight, so they almost already have their stuff ready. They are going to split up the damage between Kythos and. They know that Rosaline doesn't really look like much of a threat, so I'm gonna roll a d4 between Roland and Pyrite. Let's see who it is.
And I'm getting attacked. Here it comes.
That's Pyrite. So it's gonna be both Pyrite and Kythos getting these attacks.
Oof.
Alrighty.
Oh boy.
There we go. Alright. So they are going to hit with +4s. I'll roll 4 times. Alright. So the first 2 are going to Pyrite, and the first 2 are going to Kythos, the last 2 are going to Pyrite. So the first 2
Does a 58 hit?
No. So the first 2, 16 and a 22. Do those hit?
How do I know if those hit or not?
Your AC.
Your armor class.
Oh, armor is 18.
All right.
You're the one who summoned them.
So only one of those hits. It's going to be a D8 +2. Take 7 damage. One of the arrows kind of like nicks you in the shoulder. And then the last 2. The last 2 are a nat 20, a crit, and a 12.
Oh my god.
12 does not hit.
Okay. So this next one takes a very,
20 does.
very cool. The last one in the row takes a very, very hardened aim. He's going to roll twice on the d8s. And 11
James,
plus
is that
2. So
Is that 12?
13
Is
damage.
that 12 damage? Is that 12 damage added on to the 7 for me?
What 12 damage would
No, that's to me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You said 13 damage to me?
Yes, 13 damage.
And these are, just to be clear, these are like the zombies. These are the undead, right?
Yes.
Oof.
So do I just get like straight up hit with the arrow?
Yeah, so it lands like right into your, I would say, your gut, yeah.
I want to turn towards Kythos with it pointing out. Just point at it and go like, you did this to me.
Now you see, I mean, Kythos, you fully see, like before he even turns around, you see the little bit of an arrow sticking out of his back.
Y'all are.
It's gonna be okay. We're just gonna loot him afterwards.
We're clearing
I'm
out the
gonna shove
room.
this up your ass afterwards.
What was the thought process here? Wait, I'm just watching you all
Killing
eat
you.
shit and get shot.
All right. After that, it is going to be Rosaline's turn. Rosaline is going to see that you just got hit. She is going to use. What does she have? She is going to use Fairy Fire on all the Yuan-Ti that are circling far away. So they're all going to roll, I think, Fairy Fire is Dex, so they're all going to roll Dex saves. They get +2 to them. Boom. DC. I rolled 5. I'm going to omit the last one. Alright, so that is a fail, a pass, a fail, and a pass. So 2 pass, 2 fail. The ones that fail, I'm going to designate them as 3 and 4. So 3 and 4 have advantage to hit them if you go to attack them. You see tiny little bolts of light kind of float around in the air, and they almost get stuck onto these people. They kind of just like stick on them, so they're easy to hit in this like low light area. Next is going to be Pyrite. Pyrite, you just got an arrow sticking out of your stomach, and you got these illuminated Yuan-Ti.
I am so fucking mad right now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and Char is so 3 or 4. Are they within striking range?
Yes. So they slithered in. They don't have like great eyesight or aim, so they kind of had to get within 30 feet of y'all.
All right, I'm going to charge just one of them.
It hisses in your face.
And just aim to attack with my greatsword.
Yeah, roll to hit. Their AC is not that good.
All right, and I get advantage, right?
Yes.
All right, so the second one was a nat 20.
Oh, so you crit, and
Oh, that's actually huge.
the first one, what do you add to your plus to hit? Oh, your first is a +6, okay. Both hit, actually. Yuan-Ti, the zombies don't have high AC. So, go ahead, roll your damage.
So, hold up. I rolled twice because I had advantage, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Well, I would say, yeah, no, that works.
Because I guess this would be going back, but I was also thinking I want to take out as many as possible. So there's the addition of using, there's the possibility of using like an additional action.
Yeah, if you want to use action surge. I just was unsure if you had an extra attack yet. I don't think you do.
All right.
No, you only have one.
Okay, but so action
Surge, yeah, I know.
Used as an additional attack.
Yes, you get I think another action and a bonus action. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
So yeah, go roll your damage for that crit. So roll your damage dice twice.
All right, so rolling it. Yeah, so I just rolled the damage and it was 22.
Damn. Okay.
Dang.
All right. So you fully cleave through 3, and do you want to damage 4 or 2?
Which one was the one that attacked me?
The one that attacked you was 4.
Okay, I'm angry, so I'm just keep going on to 4.
I'm glad I shot you. It hisses that in your face. Let me see. I'm seeing if zombies have the... Yeah, they do have. They have an undead fortitude. So I'm going to roll. Since you just killed this one and damaged this other one, whenever you reduce a zombie to 0 HP, they get a chance to kind of have like a focus sash kind of attack or kind of thing where they res to 1. But I think it's like a DC 15 con save, and I think they have like maybe a +2, +1 to con. See, it stays up. With a 1. All right, I'll have to look this up because I don't want to res this one just for not looking at the notes that I put in.
Mm-hmm.
Of the damage taken, no, there's no way, because the con save is a DC of 5 plus the damage taken, so you did 22 damage to this thing. it would have to roll a nat 20 in it then. So this one fully dead, you damage 4, and you transfer over the hit points over to 4.
Okay. So that was my first attack.
Yep.
Can I use action surge, take an additional action, and attack again?
Yes, you certainly can.
All right, I'm going to do that. I'm going to aim to attack 4. Do I get advantage on this attack as well?
4 is also with advantage, yes.
All right, so first is a 19.
Okay, that's gonna hit.
Second is a 14. So the best one.
A 25. Right. Yeah, go to roll your damage, but just roll it normally. No crit damage and all that sort of good stuff. 13. Yeah, with the cleave, you actually do like a full windmill, and you cleave through this other one as well. And you do just like barely get your sword over to the first one. Like you do a full rotation. You feel like the strength kind of like radiate through your arms as you cut through this one, and then you wrench back and you cut through the other one, letting the momentum carry you back around.
Nice.
And yeah, 2 of these Yuan-Ti are fully dropped. Next is going to be Roland's turn. Roland, what are you doing, brother?
All right. Is it possible for me to, like, where I'm positioned in the fight, like, retreat without needing to use the disengage action to hide in the shadows?
Yeah, you're not in melee range. Opportunity, you don't need to disengage or anything like that.
Okay, cool. Because I'm going to go hide, go stealthy, and sneak behind one of the unsuspecting, like, closest Sneeple.
All right, I'll have you go ahead and roll a stealth check. You're basically going to have to get a nat 1 to fail.
Yeah, here we go. About to get a nat 1. Watch it happen. Not bad. Okay, I got a 10 in total. It was a 4 plus 6.
Okay. Their perception, -2. Their perception is 8. So, you perfectly are able to sneak up on them. You dodge behind a pillar, and they're not able to kind of keep track of you. Their arrows are fully pointed forward. You're able to use your movement to get behind number 1, the one that just got hit by Pyrite.
Sweet. I'm going to finish off number 1 with an attempted sneak attack with my dagger.
Roll the hit with advantage.
All right. First roll is a 17 in total. Second roll is a 14 in total.
They both hit.
17, does that hit?
They both hit, yeah. So whichever one, 17, 17 hits.
Okay, cool. I'm going to do... Okay, so then I roll for damage and then add the sneak attack damage.
Yes.
I'm getting better at doing this whole thing. But I don't have a bonus action, because my bonus action, or my action
was
is already
too high,
spent doing
yes.
that. So, roll for damage first, which is, the maximum it could be.
Yeah.
8 plus sneak attack damage, please. I think we're overkilling these enemies. Like, I think I've already killed him. And then my...
A 12.
Bonus... Yeah, 12 in total.
Okay. Okay. You get very close, so you kind of like wrench your daggers into where the first like nick in the neck that Pyrite put in. You kind of like aim both your daggers right there and do a final like little like chop into him, but the zombie's head is still hanging on, and it kind of just goes again, and like a little bit of green mist comes out of its neck hole that you sliced into.
Is he not dead?
Nope.
Or is he like surviving? Oh, really? Wow. Okay. Noted.
All right. So, anything else you can do?
Don't believe so. Besides just being prepared for what comes next.
All right, up next.
If I wasn't so overwhelmed with rage, I would think it's weird that these zombies could talk.
You haven't cut out our voice boxes yet. I just want to jump in the
That's a talking zombie.
Like
the one that's kind of in the middle. He pulls out another Sudoku puzzle.
We were attracted by the sounds of puzzle solving.
Wait, everybody, this isn't another bonus action. They might not want to kill us.
Oh no, we want to kill you. we were just drawn to the sound of bad puzzle solving. We hate that.
If I wasn't so overwhelmed with rage, I would tell you the 3 goes right there.
No, it doesn't, dumbass. This one's already solved.
This guy has 1 HP.
Well, you did
and
it
he's talking
wrong.
like that.
No, you don't have the numbers on the side.
You could read 1 page.
I'm an editor in the local newspaper. I know the
You don't
answers.
even have an 11 in this puzzle. You obviously did it wrong.
What do you,
Am I
what?
able to talk to him? Like, or is that like another action?
This is, you can try.
I don't want to talk to you right now. You're chopping into my neck. My
What do
friend's
you know?
neck.
I'll let you live if you can tell us how to solve the.
No,
The.
you broke in here.
When we came in, nobody broke into anything.
You can't. You
I would
didn't
know.
ask. Did you check with the doorman?
There was no doorman.
Oh, you definitely didn't check with the doorman.
You're all dead. You've been dead for months, not years.
He hacks up a big
This
green
isn't
blob.
even your property.
Gythos, what are you doing?
Let me see the deed.
Okay, so after my turn, then the zombie goes. Is that how the order is?
It's your go, and then right after you, the Yuan-T's, whatever's
Okay.
left goes.
Okay, I was gonna heal Pyrite with the man, what's that spell called? Hang on, it's called Healing Ward. I was gonna do that, but if I can kill him,
I don't want your help. You've done just enough.
Yeah, I think it's best to
Yeah,
defend the
I
battle
kind.
if it was
Yeah,
not-
that dude kind of got shot pretty bad.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just go with the mace attack. Also save the spell slot for guiding bolt because it's not necessary. So I'll just do the mace.
All right, go ahead and roll to hit.
7.
A 7 does not hit. I'm sorry.
Oh my fucking god!
So you go
literally
in for
all
this
you've done is
swing,
summon
and
the zombies.
you're kind of like thrown off by the fact that you're trying to like move around Pyrite's like arrow that's sticking out of his back, and you kind of get snagged on it, and you just barely miss the Yuan-T that's getting his head
Ow!
chopped off.
Why'd you have to bring the arrow, man?
Did you just trip over that arrow? That's kind of lame.
Get your pants unsnagged on my arrow.
Yeah, so Gythos is like fully turned around, like his underwear is getting caught like it's a wedgie on this arrow.
Oh my god.
All right. So yeah, is there anything else you can do? Any bonus actions? Anything else?
I don't think I have any. Wait, hang on. Bonus action.
Wait, there's something else I could do. Here we go.
Bonus actions. Actions in combat. 2-weapon fighting. Spells. Healing ward. Shield of faith. I can do a healing ward as a bonus action.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd like to cast healing ward, whether you like it or not, Pyrite, on Pyrite.
You whisper in his ear.
I know you're very upset with me right now, but I'm gonna heal you.
All right, roll your healing.
Yeah, okay. 5.
All right, so these magical little words of like tender love. It's like, I know you don't want my love, but I'll heal you anyway.
You'll thank me later.
Yeah, Pirate. It makes you think of your mom. Aw, Ruby. Miss Ruby.
Yeah, thanks, bitch.
Damn.
Ooh,
All right,
spicy.
heal for 5.
Yeah, you heal for fun.
Yeah, heal for 5.
The 2 Yuan-T that you've just like surrounded.
Is the arrow still stuck in me?
And
or
the
does
arrow
it,
is
like,
still
come out
stuck
at
in
all?
you. No, the arrow is still stuck in you. But it really
I
doesn't.
want to like.
It doesn't really
I
have an
want to
effect.
motion
yeah.
towards it and be like, "Thanks, man. That really helped a lot."
Well, you know what? I didn't come here to make friends, man. I came here to stop. I came here to stop you in that horrible Sudoku attempt.
I'm gonna be honest, Mr. Sneeple person. I'm not really all that mad about.
I have a
you.
name.
Like, you're doing your job. You're also sort of like undead, so I think you're just going on autopilot.
Yeah, I kinda am.
Quite good that autopilot has Sudoku, even though you did it wrong. I'm mainly.
It's very
just, like,
It's very useful in normal day life. Yes.
I am just infuriated with my friend here who yelled and attracted you without talking to us first.
Look, man, I'm just trying to advance the story as much as I can. I'm trying to.
Yeah, we heard that it was
Homework.
obviously the sound of someone who was upset and getting frustrated with a very hard puzzle. It was the shriek. It was a shriek of the
don't
desperate.
wanna- Me, who understood the Sudoku puzzle perfectly, still not saying anything. Just shut the fuck up. Stop. Like I'm directing this.
We were
towards the
also
zombies,
attracted to the sounds of someone who was confused about a water basin puzzle at the top of the temple. That really
what are you
really
trying
irked
to
us.
accomplish here?
We
What are you
solved
trying to
it.
accomplish here? Because
We
you're either
solved
going
it
to end
in
up
record
dead.
time.
Like,
Listen,
if you continue fighting us, you will end up dead.
I'm already dead, dumbass.
Do you want to be double killed?
I'm a zombie.
All right.
I understand my role in the world.
I just want to tap my forehead and say, he's like, can you put the next arrow here?
Sure thing. So they're gonna roll to hit, but they take out like little daggers and they're gonna roll to hit.
All right.
Only 2. So that's going to be a 16 and a 10. They're gonna go after you, Pyrite, because you just cut down both their zombie buds.
Fine. 16 hits, 10 does not.
Okay. All right. So it's just a D4, a D4 plus 4. It's gonna be 7 damage. The number 3, the one that or number 2, the one that hasn't been damaged yet, it takes out its little dagger and just jabs you in the sides and says, "I'm actually more of a crosswords guy myself."
Dude, I've had enough of them. They're about to get a dishonored kill cam.
I'm actually dyslexic, so that's quite ableist of you to bring that up right now.
Does that dyslexic? That makes sense. That's probably why you couldn't read the instructions at the top of the temple.
You know, it wasn't very easy to read it. Yeah, so it's quite insulting that you're making fun of me for it.
Rosalind kind of pipes up. She's like, I actually speak Draconic as well. I could have told you a little bit more. I could have intuited it.
You know, I'm kind of embarrassed about it all, so I didn't really want to bring it up. And so, context: Pyrite isn't dyslexic. He's just saying this.
It's like he's trying to cover his ass. It's like I literally can't read. I just literally can't. It's like someone trying to get out of a court case by wearing like
Yeah.
by or trying to get out of jury duty by saying they're incredibly racist. Like, I can't.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So up next it's gonna be Rosaline's turn. Rosaline, she's going to take this opportunity to cast. Is everyone still looking all right? I just want to make sure. No.
I'm doing fine. I haven't been hit at all.
You're at half health.
Yeah.
Oof.
Who
has the boof on them right now? I don't know if I do.
You do. No. Actually, the last person, I would assume that, unless like you make the conscious decision to pass it to somebody, Roland's always going to get it back at the end of every combat. So right now, Roland, you have it. She is going to go ahead and take out a light crossbow and finish off the one that's kind of standing still, the one that likes Sudoku. So all she has to do, I think, is roll higher than a 4. She rolled an 8 exactly. That matches her armor class. So she is going to hit with D4 plus 2. She does 4 damage. Her crossbow, she takes aim. This guy's head is already kind of hanging off a little bit from the 2 dagger hits, and Pyrite as well swinging around. And she is going to just pop, and it lands and fully takes off the rest of this guy's head. So Pyrite, your sword comes clear, and the last person that's left is Mr. Crosswords.
All right, it's my turn now.
Yes, he still has his
All
knife
right.
in you. He's like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna keep this here. You don't look like you like it that much."
And so you know what? You just stand right there.
Okay.
Roll the hit. What did I get? Does an 8 hit?
An 8, yes, an 8 hits.
Oh, thank God.
Wait,
That would've been so
let me roll.
embarrassing.
Let me roll to see if the one dude before has the. No, wait, no, I fucked up. I went to the next round. I won't roll for his undead fortitude.
Yeah. I mean, his head's off. So.
Yeah, that's true. But he can come back.
Yeah. All right. So an 8 hits.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm gonna swing my great sword and 9 damage.
That does a considerable amount of damage. It's not enough to kill him. Your sword just like fully transitions, like you just bring it around again, like you're kind of like just continuing on your roll. You bring it in, kind of like hacks into him as well. He's like, oh, 3 across. I guess I'm the last one. But I'm this. Anyways, that is going to be Roland, what are you doing?
All right, where's the last
He's
remaining?
literally right next to him. They all showed up in like a little semicircle.
So there's one snake person alive.
Yes.
Like, can I see just this isn't like my action, but can I tell like how much like remaining vigor they have?
If you do a medicine check, I'll give you their HP that's left.
But that would count as an action, wouldn't it?
I'd give
How
it
much
to you.
remaining what now?
I'd give it to you for a free action.
Okay,
Roland,
free
I don't
action.
think you can say
I wanna see if I could check how much with a V, vigor they have.
A what check?
Vigor. A medicine check, of course. I'm checking. An 8.
Nope.
Okay, fine.
He's an undead. You know, he's already cut up and bloody and kind of rotting looking. It's kind of hard to determine what he's actually doing.
I've got a legit action I want to do, and I'm serious about this too. I want to try to convince this dude to stand down and like actually talk to us.
No, I
normally.
want you to
That'd be a
point
good
out.
idea.
I want to point out he has his knife in me, and I have my sword in him right now.
Yeah, we're kind of at a standstill, and also I'm like, I might seem like I'm making a lot of sense, but I'm just fully on autopilot right now. I just want you guys dead.
So you can't be persuaded,
No.
I shout from the other side of the room. Why are you like this?
I don't know. It probably happened when I died and I came back.
Alright. Can I do that same thing again I did
My
last
brain
turn
isn't
where
the
I run?
normal thing anymore. It doesn't have any blood going to it. Look. He pokes and it's like filled with water. You see it leaking from the sides of his ears.
Can I run and hide and then sneak attack this bitch?
You will probably get an opportunity attack.
Fine. I'm just gonna run up and stab him then. Just
Alright.
full-blown regular attack.
Rolled hit. Also, Colin, I'll go ahead and let you know now that if you have your sword in the short sword mode, it does I think a D8, and a short sword does a D6. So I'm just saying. Okay.
I'm usually sticking with a double dagger because I like having the action bonus action without having to switch back to the
Well,
short
you have.
sword.
I think if you have 2-weapon fighting, you can use a dagger as your second weapon.
Oh, I see. So I could have gotten more damage the last round. Is what you're saying?
For all of your rounds that you've ever had.
It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Well, first, does a 10 hit?
Yes, a 10 hits.
Okay. Well, then I guess
Yeah, I'm
that
just a
does
zombie.
fine.
I'm not wearing any armor. I actually have more of my flesh exposed than I've ever had.
Is there a thing on the switchblade where I can change it to 1d6 on here, or do I just have to kind of manually do that?
I have it set intuitively to be at a D6.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, then I've been doing those damage rolls anyways. So
Okay.
yeah, so we're good. We're good on that front. So I'll just have the switchblade act as like a short sword, and then the dagger act as the damage. Okay, never mind. So we're actually good. I'm not losing out on damage. So that hits. I'm gonna roll for damage on that. I rolled a 5.
A 5. All right. Yeah, Roland, how do you kill this last zombie?
Okay,
Wait,
skills.
hold up. A 5 plus 5. He has a DC 20 to stay up, or a DC 10 to stay up.
Okay. Well, don't worry. I got a bonus action in the chamber with a knife, with a dagger as well. So.
I don't think that's enough. What do they get to their thing?
Hold up. Undead Fortitude. And it's a con save of +4. No, that's brokey. This one is a +1. So it passes. It meets it. So it's up with 1 more hit points. But if you want to
Good.
attack it again,
Yeah, bonus action. I'll be going to hit with the dagger that's in my other hand.
roll to hit. So you see your first like short sword, like it like slices through the last little bit of his head, but instead of like him collapsing, his neck kind of like straightens up again and trains itself on you with its arms raised. What'd you roll?
Nat 20.
Nat 20. All right, roll 2d4s.
24. 2d4s.
Yeah, 2d4s plus your damage.
Oh, look at that. It automatically did it, too. 2d4 plus 2.
Mhm.
That's actually sick. I didn't realize it did that automatically. 7 crit damage. Or is that
right.
just immediately just considered crit damage?
Yeah, that's already committed. So he has a...
That's cool. I didn't know D&D Beyond had that, like, in their programming. Like, it's a cute little animation, almost.
All right, so that's going to be a 12.
Can I go all out since I got a 20 and a crit to finish this guy?
I'll
off? 'Cause
say
he's
that
also
even
pissing me off.
I would say with your crit damage, like you bring your daggers through. I'm not gonna let him roll his undead fortitude because he would have passed it. And I know y'all want to just get to your short rest. You split this guy down the middle.
Oh, wait. No, I have one in mind.
Oh yeah, no, how you want to do it?
Even though it's not relevant to you, I sent Max a reel today of a dude playing like one of those like iPhone games where it's like not the how many hot dogs can you fit in your mouth one, but like how many times can you cut a fish really fast, and the guy shakes his phone so fast it pretty much atomizes the fish and gets like 700 something cuts. I'll send it to you now so it's funny, but I do that to the zombie. Like I go full on Atomic Samurai, One Punch Man, like just 10 gazillion slices on him.
So like Virgil from Devil May Cry, Roland passes through this guy and unsheathes and sheathes both of his daggers right as like a flash of brilliance goes off behind him, and this guy falls apart into cubes.
I'm sending it to you if you want to check your phone. That's what I do to him. What happens to this fish? So,
Right.
I should have sent it in the group chat actually.
I think I've seen that video before.
Does the dagger stay in me when he collapses?
I would say that the dagger is just like it is just sitting there. For some reason, Roland in his like final flourishing move just misses the dagger and does not cut that out of you. But he cuts the fingers off that were holding it.
Sorry, mate. My rage is a bit focused at the moment.
So yeah, you see this dude. You see this dude's body pieces just like tumble to the ground in a cloud.
All right. Well, I have a dagger and an arrow in me. I wanna turn back to Kaithos and be like, "Thanks so much for what you just did. Thank you so much for that. I'm feeling great right now. I'm feeling quite good at the end of my short rest. So much better than I did before."
We could take one more short rest if you guys want. Rosalind kind of pops up, or I mean, we still have that pipe. I guess that worked for me when I had like my right side taken out.
Here,
I
Oh,
pray and in my mind I'm like, I just hope to God they have something important on their bodies.
I'm gonna hand Pyrite the boof. Be like, here, take this. I don't need a short rest. And then I'm gonna go over to Kaithos and slap him upside the head.
Sure, I'll use the boot. Yeah, I want to just get stuff done. I don't really want to take a short rest. All right, so what do I do to heal from the boot?
You roll half of your half of your hit dice. So how many hit dice do you have available? I'm pretty sure it's 3d8s.
Let's see. Sorry, where do I see how many hit dice I have?
I think it's under short rest. So if you click
If you
short
click the
rest, you
short
have
rest button.
no, you have 3d10s. So you'll be able to roll 2d10s to recover your health.
All right, sure. All right, 11 health back.
All right, you heal for 11. The boof smoke is lightning to your senses. You take it. The wounds kind of push out the dagger and the arrow, but it staunches the bleeding, but it still hurts. It still stings a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, but at least you got a free dagger and an arrow.
Sure. Yeah, I'll. I'll store the dagger.
All right, you can add that to your inventory. I would say, just for care's sake, these zombies really, like, once they fall apart, their weapons kind of fall apart as well. They're just, like, rusty and old. Except that dagger. That dagger was, like, pristinely taken care of. You can tell this dude who used it loved daggers just as much as he loved crossword puzzles.
Mm-hmm.
I love me puzzles.
All right. So if you guys also want to take another short rest, well, I wouldn't say last short rest, but just depending on how many hit dice you have to spend, I'll let you go ahead and recover it. And again, I'd say that for now, the only nearby zombies were those.
Good. Yeah, I don't want to take a short rest. Like I just because I don't need the health.
All right. So you guys, if you don't want to take your short rest, Rosaline she looks at the markings on the wall, looks around, kind of taps on the floor, looks at down the hallway where the other Yuan-Ti came from, and she says, there looks like there's a couple more levels, but I think we're, just based on how wide this chamber was, I think we're getting close to the bottom.
Good. Great.
All right, who's going first?
Awesome.
Ron? She kind of
Can I
nudges you
loot?
up.
Was there anything worth looting in the bodies we
No,
just killed?
no, they
Real quick.
fell apart.
No.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, thank you, Kythos. I slap him upside the head again.
Pyrite got a dagger. That's at least worth like
Dagger in the side.
2 silver.
Yeah. Great.
3 silver.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure it'll be worth our
Worth a new
the
kidney.
All right, I'm gonna lead. I'm ready. I'm the mountain dwarf with dark vision. I can see, and we have a light. I'm going first.
All right. I'll say the marching order is probably going to be what? Roland, Pyrite, Kythos, Rosaline.
Yeah.
All right. So you lead yourselves down a little bit more into this temple. Over time, you see. Make a nature check as you're going down through these temple corridors.
All of us?
Yes.
8.
7.
And drumroll, please.
Well,
All right. So Roland, you and Pyrite, you're dwarves that lived under mountains for most of your life. You're not really kind of too keen on vegetation or anything like that. Kythos, you would notice that there are vines and thorns kind of twisting about as you get closer and closer to the bottom of this temple and lead yourselves down. And these vines and thorns are a lot thicker than you would normally see topside.
you know what they say: follow the thorn.
I've
I've
heard them say that once or twice before.
I
Don't
don't
really
know who
know
they
in
are,
what
but I've
in,
never
in what
heard that.
circumstance.
I've never heard that before.
Maybe it's a gardener thing.
Yeah. Maybe it is.
So
Continue
you
advancing.
continue to make your way down, and after a while, you come into this large chamber near the very bottom of the temple. It opens up. You guys go down a large, long flight of stairs, and it opens up in the back left corner of this huge rectangular, I guess circular. No, not circular. I'm trying to think. It's triangular. I guess triangular pyramid is the only way to kind of talk about triangular prism shaped room, leading up high into a point, and the base widening down at the base. The room is bathed with blue light emanating from 2 torch sconces near the far end of the room that you guys are facing, and a large stone door circles above, reaching up to come to the tops of these sconces. It's intricately designed. You see it bathed in the blue light are shapes of a large serpent battling another one. And the room is very ghostly.
Interesting.
You guys also notice that in the middle of the room is a little pedestal with a small chest sitting on top of it.
Now, I don't mean to be overly paranoid, but I smell a trap right here.
Yeah, I'm sensing that too. Just from the layout of the room, I mean, it looks like this whole place would be trapped. So even before we take a step in, I want to make sure that like there's no tripwire or tile, explosives or anything lining the room.
Yeah,
like
go
I want to get
ahead.
a full view.
Actually, I forgot to do this at this last encounter. Everyone roll your d6s.
Oh no, yeah, forgot about that. Even numbers are good, right? Odd numbers are bad.
Odd numbers are bad.
3.
3, I think, is disadvantage on
3.
strength. 1. Okay, so yeah, 3 is disadvantage
the
on
1.
strength. 1 is disadvantage on dex, and 5 is disadvantage on attack rolls.
It's fine.
All right.
I
So,
don't strength that often.
if you guys want to make your perception checks and or investigation checks, I would suppose, like, you know what you're looking for, but if you want to use either one, whichever one's your higher, go ahead and utilize.
I'm
Yeah.
perceiving shit.
Because
22.
I got a 10 for investigation.
Okay.
I was also thinking I could turn my familiar into something like perhaps like a cat, like something agile that it would be able to run around the room. And so if there were traps, it would set it off. But I don't know, with it being a like spirit familiar, if it would even be able to set off the traps.
I would say you can definitely use it because it's able to interact with the world. You could use it to have some sort of physical characteristics enough to place down and detect other things and interact with other objects.
Okay, so it'd be able to feel as like, oh, there's a pressure plate here, there's a tripwire here.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess I'll wait to see what the rest of the group perceives, but then I'll share that idea with them.
All right. So Kythos, you and Pyrite both don't really recognize these things. You're not really kind of as used to looking out for these traps, these security systems, as, say, the resident thief of the group. Roland takes a good scan about the room. You do notice that there are a couple pressure plates here and there, and you're able to suss out a good number of them. With a 22, I would say you probably suss out 80%. So I'll only have you roll once to avoid them.
Gotcha. All right, what am I rolling to avoid them? And is it a strength-based
I
roll?
would say once we start going, we'll figure out like where exactly you guys are heading to before we get to the rolls.
Gotcha.
So what are you guys trying to do? You're sussing out the room. What's next?
I want to get to the treasure.
All right. So Roland,
I'll get
All
to
right.
the treasure.
So you
Simple as that.
will hold before
Oh, mute.
if we're on about the traps, the idea of turn a familiar cat, something agile, run around the rest traps, and like tell us how to burn them. What do you guys think?
My internet's.
I agree with
I
that.
clearly understand what you just said. I think you said check the trap to do other stuff.
Oh.
Why's my
Yeah.
so low?
So turn my familiar and have it run around.
No, I do think that's a good idea. Sorry, my video connection was like really off for a second.
Mm.
Everybody was talking in like TV noises.
Okay.
But
Well, then I'll go ahead and
do the
that.
cat trick thing.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and change my familiar from a mole into a cat.
So
Want to make it.
yeah.
I know it has to be a smaller animal, but I want it to be like a rather large cat, like
Like a
maybe
Maine
like
Coon?
20 pounds or so.
Like a Maine Coon.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll allow that. You can turn your animal into like a dog, so it's the same thing. So you turn your so the mole kind of wiggles out, goes, and then it turns into this spectral, like white and blue Maine Coon that, like, you know, the mole climbs out of the pocket, and as it's climbing down, it twists around your legs and turns into this shivering blue image of this Maine Coon. Goes wow, and does a little dash around the room. Go ahead and use. Let's see. I know a cat stat block is fairly high. I'm gonna let you do this with advantage to kind of avoid the traps. 5e cat. Here we are. All right, its dexterity is +2, and it has keen sense on smell. Alrighty, yeah. Go ahead and roll with advantage, d20 +2, and the cat is going to suss out these last little traps. If you fail like a 15, okay. Well, you already
So
passed.
first one is a 19. Okay, so it would be a 19 +2, so 21.
Okay. Yeah, you already passed. This cat deftly dodges out of the way of the pressure plates. It, you know, clears it all out. The last one, it kind of like does like one of those little like paw checks. It reaches out, kind of touches it. You see part of a stone plate move down, and finally finds where the last pressure plate is. So, you guys have found all of the pressure plates leading up to the chests. If whoever is making their way up there can make all of their rolls with advantage, it's going to be a dex save. So,
All right. Well, I'm not very
Roland.
dexterous. So somebody...
Yeah, Roland, you have
That'd be
disadvantage
me.
on strength, not dex.
Yeah, but not dex. Yep. So we're pretty safe. Or I'm safe on what I'm usually good at.
Yep.
So
So go ahead and roll. It's going to be a DC 15 save.
Is this for just a straight dex roll?
Yeah, you're going to have to roll them 4 times. Dex +5.
Or
I mean, it's dex with advantage. Whatever your dex saves are, you roll those twice. And you have to beat a 15.
okay, this is the first roll. I think I already beat it. 16. I'll just do the second one for fun. See if I get anything better. Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah. Glad I rolled the 16 because the other one was a nat 1.
You're doing great out there, Roland. You hear Rosaline like give you the Rosaline kind of like she's like highlighting the ground with her light, so you can kind of see where the pressure plates are.
Yeah. I'm doing flips and shit.
All right, roll it 3 more times.
All right. On advantage for both?
Yes, with advantage with all of them.
Okay. Second attempt. I've rolled an 18 and a 10, so I think that passes too.
That does pass. You do another hand spring. You go over.
Whoosh. All right. Next up, next 2 rolls. Here we come. I roll 12 and an 8. Ooh, did that fail?
All right. So you do the little twist. You're getting a little confident. Your hand falls on a pressure plate and activates a trap. All right. Now I'm gonna roll a d4 to determine what the trap is.
Fucking giant tigers.
All right.
you remember
This
calling
is a pillar falling. You're going to have to kind of either brace up against this pillar to avoid the damage and push it off you, or you're going to be pinned unless someone else comes and helps you.
All right.
So go ahead and make an athletics check. And since you are
boy.
diseased, you get disadvantage on it.
Oh boy. And that's a +0 for me, so let's see y'all later.
You have to beat a 12. It's not big, but you're gonna get pinned.
First roll's a 15, second roll, please. It's 11.
It's an 11. An 11? Wait, did I say 12 or 15? 12 or 10?
I think you said 12.
You said
I said
12.
12. Damn. Sorry, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna get pinned. And I would say you get knocked over. There's a potential for a trap to go off. You can also just retry it once you take just a straight D4 of damage. You take 3 damage.
Ouchie.
And you have to pass the strength check to get it off you, or continue to take just, I would say, 1 damage as it just presses into you.
Okay. Is this still my turn? Like, am I doing the strength check now?
No. We're gonna go around and see what everyone else is doing. While stay at the start of your turn, you can attempt it just before you take the damage.
Alright, sounds good.
Everybody else, what are you planning on doing? Rosaline, she's like, I'm not sure foot. I don't think I can go out there, but I can just try and give y'all maybe a little bit more guidance over the pressure plates, but I don't think I'd be able to help out anybody over there.
I know. Well, I'm quite strong. It's just the problem of getting over there. So, since I saw Roland do it, would that help me at all in actually getting over
You
there?
would still, yeah, you would still have the advantage. You would just, I would say you can either make your, it would be an acrobatics check, or if you want to maybe jump over there, I'll have you make 1 check without advantage. So you can either make 2 checks with advantage or 1 check without.
And it would be acrobatics?
Yes.
Okay. Am I allowed to know what the DC is?
The DC is still going to be a 15.
Well, I don't know. Kythos, now's the time to redeem yourself. What do you think we should do?
Wow, I'm really volunteering him.
This is too much pressure.
Roland is getting pressed. Oh!
Because I have a +2 to acrobatics. I can try to make it across. But I feel like I might get stuck in a trap too. So, is there anything you can do from a distance that would help lift the rock up?
Let me see. Hang on. Guidance, no. Light, no. Sacred flame, no. James, I have on thaumaturgy the you cause I can cause a harmless tremors in the ground for 1 minute.
Yeah.
What if that just like activates the whole board in terms of traps?
Oh, okay. So you're thinking like loosen up the spots to activate all of them all at once.
Yeah, essentially just shake up the whole board for 1 minute within 30 feet.
I'd say make an Arcana check because it's like harmless tremors. I would say it's more for like a visual effect, like to make like the ground shake a little bit. But I like that. You'd have to make like a low-ish level Arcana check to try and activate these boards, and even then you'd have to roll to kind of activate the traps.
All right, so I'll do an Arcana. Hey, finally 20. It came in the clutch.
So yeah, you'd be able to activate those traps. Is that a nat 20?
19 plus 1.
Okay, so it's a dirty 20. You would be able to definitely activate these traps with tremors. You'd have to roll a d6 to see how many you activate. And you'd have to like overcome like every even number to activate like all the traps on the board. So like
what do you
you
mean
know
by
you'd have to
overcome every even
if you
number?
roll like a 1, you would activate one of the traps. 2, you'd activate 2. Over 4, you'd activate 3, and at 6, you'd activate all 4 of them.
Okay, there's 4 total traps.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So I'll go.
Hasn't
D6.
one already been activated?
Yes.
Okay. All right, D6. Here we go. 1.
All right, so you are able to
Damn it.
activate one of the traps. I'm going to roll to see what it is.
Real, dude. What?
Wait, but
That is
the-
going to be another. Isn't that the pillar? That's the pillar falling. Another
Oh,
pillar is going to
God.
fall on top of Roland.
There's no like redemption because the effect is for 1 minute. Like I can't do another try or anything.
No. I mean, it's going to be. That's an action to cast a spell.
Okay.
So all bonus actions are labeled into that, and I think casting a cantrip is an action.
So hold up.
You're
It,
taking 4 more damage.
it activated the same trap, so it's the same pillar that falls.
It's another pillar. It's a different one.
Okay, it's
Am I
another
taking-
pillar. So this one doesn't hit Roland, right?
No, it does. He's out in the middle.
Wait.
He's out in the middle of this.
Oh.
He's lying
Do I
down.
take 4 more damage?
No, I'll roll.
I guess. Yeah.
You
so
take
my,
1 damage.
Okay.
Okay. My understanding was that the traps happened at different places along.
No, the traps
path.
happen like across the whole area. So if one person set it off, it would affect everybody that's on the board.
Let's just say I'm losing health fast.
Gosh. Yeah. Okay, I misunderstood how things would work. Okay, so. Yeah, I guess there's no real way to do this other than me trying to get across. So I'm going to try to see what would be better. I'm going to try to make the 2 checks with advantage
All
to
right.
get over to Roland.
So Roland
All right,
stopped on
acrobatics checks.
Yes, Roland stopped on the 3rd trap. You are going to have to do 2 rolls.
Me?
No, me.
Well,
Roland, you're
No
still
matter
pinned.
what.
You're pinned under 2 pillars now.
Yeah, I'm having a fun time.
All right, so with advantage, I only get a 10 on the first one.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to roll to see what trap you set off. That's a 3. So that is
Roland gets another-
a rolling ball. You're going to have to use a strength roll to stop this ball or take some damage.
All right.
It's a DC
And
12.
I have strength with the disadvantage,
Yes,
right?
I think so.
Okay. 17 on the first one. No.
And 9 on the next one. All right. So you're going to take a D8 of damage. As this giant metal ball kind of rolls down, it hits you up. You'll take 1 damage, and I would say it rolls.
Okay.
It rolls over Roland as well. I'll have him only take 1 damage as well. It kind of hits Roland in the head, and it misdirects,
Donk.
and you're not able to to dodge out of the way fully.
Don't worry, buddy. I'm coming.
All right, if you want to, you can continue to make another check to get past this next trap.
All right. I'm just going to keep going. All right. Another acrobatics check with advantage.
Rosalie pops up from the background. You're doing great too.
All right. 14 on the first one.
Okay,
Shoot. All right. So
that activates another trap.
Wow.
The DC was 15. All right, let's see what it is. A 1. That is going to be the darts. So a bunch of little darts start pinging out of the walls, Skyrim style. You're going to have to make an acrobatics check to dodge out of the way.
All right. 11.
The DC was 12.
Fuck.
Dude, this is falling apart quickly.
Okay, so I'm going to roll d6s. You still only take 1 damage. One of the darts just happens to graze you in the arm and just tunk. And Roland's
No.
also sitting there getting hit by these darts. Roland, you take another one damage. it hits you. You have a big dent in your head from the ball. You're covered by 2 pillars.
Guys, I'm actually starting to get low.
But that is the 4th trap. There are no more. All right.
All right.
We've activated them all.
So I can now make it to Roland and help
Yes.
get the pillars off of him.
Yes.
Okay. Right.
Okay, so roll your strength, roll athletics, and a DC of what did I make this first time? 12. DC 12 will be able to get it off them.
All right. So 14, but I think I still have disadvantage on strength.
On strength, yes.
Oh. Okay.
14. So you're able to lift the first pillar off of Roland.
Thank you.
Roland, you feel your chest like start to crackle as like this heavy weight gets off your chest.
Yep.
All right. But that was your action to get that pillar off. Next, it's going to be Kythos.
I will help get the second pillar off.
All right, Kythos. Go ahead, roll your athletics.
Okay. Oh shit! Where's that? Oh, there it is. Okay. 6.
So you get butterfingers, you get stressed out, like your redemption arc is not going great.
Roland takes another single point of damage.
So like you just can't get a good grip. You're trying to deadlift without using a good handle on the bar. So it just doesn't go anywhere.
I'm sorry, Roland.
Roland stays pinned. Rosaline is actually going to run up as well. She is going to get a spare broken staff from the the entranceway and kind of use it as a prop and give you the help action, Roland, on your turn to try and either use an acrobatics or an athletics check to. No, you'll have to use an athletics check to get out of this thing to push it off. So you're gonna have advantage. Unless
I have advantage on this athletics check.
Yes, unless you already have disadvantage for strength checks, which you do, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
So I
so
don't
you'll
get
have to roll it
advantage.
flat. Yeah, you'll have to roll it flat.
Rolling it flat. D20, baby. I'm about to throw this pillar off of me.
Let's see it.
I throw this pillar off of me just like that. Yeah.
Wait, you got a nat
One-handed.
20?
Yes, I did get a nat 20. Yeah, I was
Yeah, so you're
reacting.
pissed off. You just got pelted with all of these things and 2 pillars, and you just kind of like, "Ugh!" and it flies off, and it kind of like guides you directly towards the chest in the middle.
I assume the All Might pose as I like toss the pillar.
And
and
your
I'm
finger, your finger goes up in the air.
Can I also say, like, I continue my flipping, like, I was never stopped to begin with, and I end up, like, right in front of the chest?
Yeah, roll a performance to shake off the fact that you were not just crushed and hit by a bunch of shit.
Alright, let's see how believable this is. First performance roll of the whole campaign, I think. 12.
A 12? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, they can tell that you're not
Oh.
too badly hurt.
Brilliant.
So yeah, you make your way up to this chest. So you gaze into this chest. It's sitting on top of this marble pillar at the bottom of this place. It's small, kind of like a jewelry box sitting on top of this pillar.
Do I smell any traps?
Are you going to check for traps?
Absolutely.
So
100%.
you start
That's like
sniffing
my
around for traps. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
11.
An 11. So you take a big whiff.
Mm-hmm.
You don't smell any traps.
I don't know if I necessarily believe that. I just don't think I've found what I'm looking for. Do you think I could try to open this chest, assuming it still has traps and I haven't found them, but try to open it carefully?
Rosaline, she's going to kind of walk up and kind of take her helmet and her visor and move it down to to magnetize it a little bit. She's going to zoom in on it, check the bindings and the outside area. She is going to also make an investigation check. She does with +2.
Okay.
Is the chest locked or is it?
She gets the
open?
exact same. She kind of like looks. Well, you haven't tried to open it yet.
I was gonna say
for sure.
one of my thaumaturgy skills is that I can open anything that is already unlocked from a distance.
Gotcha.
But
So-
Rosaline, she makes her check. She kind of looks at you, Roland. She says, I can't make heads or tails of it either. Looks like a box.
I want to wait for the other guys before we open it. Like, I just want to figure out if it's trapped or not, and then once we figure out if it is or not, I'll still take care of opening it.
Yeah, Pyrite
It's
and
okay.
yeah.
We can tank the traps.
All right, yeah, Pyrite. You're covered in darts, and you also have like a stub toe. You can walk up. You can do your insight check or your investigation check, and Kythos, you can use thaumaturgy to just check and see if it's unlocked.
Yeah, that will confirm if it's locked or unlocked. Because if it's unlocked, it will swing open. If it doesn't, then we know it's locked.
Well, so who wants to go first? I'd
I'll
say
take it,
we're gonna follow the order of the old initiative. Pyrite, you're gonna be able to go first.
I'm just gonna say fuck it. I'm gonna walk up to the box and just open it,
All right.
or try to open it.
It's pretty sturdy. And you're trying to open it. Make an investigation check, or make either an investigation or perception check, whichever one is higher.
Investigation. 9.
All right. Damn, lots of 9s. You guys, you don't really see much. But it's not opening. It's not jiggling open just yet.
That is locked. Okay.
But is it trapped?
So,
The age-old question.
Roland.
Yeah.
Kythos, you also notice, like, once you cast Thaumaturgy, it does not swing open and is not unlocked fully. Roland, while you hold it up in your hand and while you kind of, like, gaze over at Pyrite kind of turning it over, you notice that the keyhole is not exactly a keyhole.
Interesting.
Oh, use
Hey,
the
guys,
use the
that
snake
keyhole's
thing.
not exactly a keyhole.
Use
Does it
the-
look like the ring fits in?
Yeah, use the snake. thing.
It does.
Hey, would you look at that? Am I able to figure this out before they blurted out the answer?
No.
Or, okay, fine. Then I'm
Roland's
good
doing
idea.
Roland's doing the
Guys,
Riz
guys,
face.
Guys, I think I solved the puzzle. I think we need to go back up to the roof.
Rosalind looks up. It's like, yeah, I think there's an inscription on the side that says "Ignite the 4 braziers."
Why don't you read
All
one
right,
page
nobody
of the
like me
Sudoku
playing.
puzzle? All right. Anyways, I'm gonna plug the ring in.
All right.
I think some of us are getting cavern fever.
So you take the ring, you take it out of the cloth pouch. It fits in kind of looking profile. So it's like the key ring, quote unquote, is like an open mouth, and you twist the ring in, and as it makes contact and fits around the little ball, like the head of the key ring that's round, the box clicks open.
Ka-chang. I carefully open said box.
And Roland, you would find an item inside that I'm going to add to your inventory.
All right. It's a bomb, and it's active.
No.
What are you talking about, Pi? Sit over here. I'll look at it.
Here's hoping it's something good.
Hold up. Alright, so I just added this Cobra Bite ring to your inventory.
Let me see. I think I need a refresh.
So inside, as you open up this this jewelry box, you see this gold and green emerald encrusted ring with similarly like a cobra rearing its head facing out from like where you'd normally wear it on your finger. So if you're wearing it, it's facing out towards the tips of your fingers. And I'll just read the description as I see it here. Wondrous item, rare, requires attunement. This masterfully crafted piece of jewelry that features a cobra rearing its head, its fangs bared menacingly. The eyes of the cobra are set with gleaming emeralds that seem to glow.
Gemeralds.
Yeah, gemeralds that seem to glow with a dangerous light. This ring grants the wearer the ability to imbue their attacks with potent poison.
Ooh,
So-
I dig that. That's actually really useful for me.
While wearing and attuned to the Cobra Bite ring, the wearer can add a flat 1d4 damage to their weapon attacks. A flat 1d4 poison damage to their weapon attacks. As a bonus action, the wearer can activate the ring to imbue their weapon with potent venom for the next minute. During this time, any creature hit by the wearer's weapon must succeed on a DC 13 Constitution saving throw or become poisoned for 1 minute. The creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of its turns, ending the effect on itself as a success. Once the creature succeeds on a save against this ability, it becomes inoculated and cannot be poisoned unless overcome by some other means. This ability can be used once per long rest.
Dang. Alright. Pretty useful stuff. Increase to our overall party DPS. Not bad. I take that for myself.
So yeah, Roland, you slip this ring on,
Yoinkers.
and it fits like almost perfectly around your finger. Like, it's a magical item, it's gonna fit anyways, but you find it's like, oh, it's like it matches your style, it matches your glam. Like you're feeling pretty high.
So, the Venomous Assault's like a one-time use per long
Yes,
rest,
per
but
long
the
rest.
Poisonous Strikes, I
Yes.
can do every single attack.
You can always add a 1d4 to your damage. Yes.
Ooh, that's exciting. Ooh, that's like huge DPS additional output. So, honestly, I think in news of that, like, is that all I find in the chest? Let's start
Yes, that is it. You have nothing else in this chest.
there. Okay, I'm gonna say, like, since I don't really have much of an interest selling this magical item, nor the boof, I want to toss the boof. Well, I want to get everybody kind of in a circle. So, assume, like, scene transition, like, everybody's kind of gathered together.
All right, yeah. Now everyone huddles in. The blue flame kind of flickers on the walls as you guys surround this jewelry box in the middle of this room. It's kind of ghostly, but Roland looks like he has a plan, so you guys kind of huddle up.
Okay. I'm gonna say, like, check out this poison ring I got. And, like, I explained to them everything that you just said. And I want to toss the boof to Kythos and be like, here, Magic Man, you're our medic now. I've got this thing. And I'm, like, doing some shadow boxing in the corner with my poison ring.
Yeah, so Roland, as you do these shadow boxing, like you see, like with the force taken with every single swing, like a little puff of like venom and kind of like green mist kind of envelops your fists and dissipates by the time you retract it.
Ooh, all right. Because I could see myself using my dagger to do some sort of chain combo with. Anyways, I'm like geeking out as a rogue thief who now has poison damage. Very exciting.
And Rosaline, like she does the same thing. Like she inspects it like the other ring, and says, "Oh my gosh, yeah, this craftsmanship is immaculate. And these emeralds seem to be the source of this power.
Mm-hmm.
This must be an ancient artifact, because imbibing with runes and gems is an old craft."
Wow. This still doesn't solve the curse, though, does it?
She looks at it a little bit closer and says, I mean, might be linked somehow, but I don't think this is the cause of it, no. Whatever it is, probably behind those doors. She points to those big fucking stone doors at the far end of the room.
Well, gee willikers, would you look at that?
And yeah, as you look at
No,
these
I don't
stone
think
doors
so.
a little bit closer, like, you do recognize, like, some of the same green mist that was present at the top of this pyramid, it is seeping out heavily underneath the door, underneath this door, mixing with the blue light and kind of making like a ghostly color, like combination that's even more like heightened by this bright green mist.
Spooky. Do we have time to investigate the room this session, or is that like a good ending point?
It's up to y'all, however y'all are feeling.
Max? You did say midnight was your cutoff.
I do have 2 work meetings tomorrow that I probably got to get some sleep for those.
Yeah, so like
All
the
right.
next session is going to be an encounter, as obvious. But yeah, we can end it
poison
there.
damage.
We can kind of wrap it. Go over any notes, go over any anything y'all wanted about and what y'all liked about the session, what y'all didn't. And we'll see after that.
I like poison damage.
James, are you going to update our inventory to reflect me now having the booth?
Yeah. So, I mean, if you want to, you can just add it to your inventory. So you just look that up in D&D Beyond.